people, including people who are immunocompromised, people who are older, people who are over 90, who've been getting COVID. Now, it's not to say that there's no risk whatsoever. There is a risk here. Let's be honest about it. There's a risk in an older person who's got some, atrial fibrillation, is on medication. This is not risk-free, but we know statistically, if he was vaccinated and he was boosted, and now he's getting medication, he's followed closely. You keep looking at him closely because, there's no. Statistically, he should do very, very well, but you're not going to roll the dice on anybody. And so when I have somebody who has COVID and I'm giving them treatment, especially if they're higher risk, I make sure that they do exactly what was done. What's his pulse oximetry? Because the danger, mostly with this latest variant, it's been from the neck up. Now, when it starts to go down, and which it can do, it can go down to the lungs and then cause pneumonia. When it gets into those little air sacs, the alveoli, right? It can interfere with the ability of oxygen to come from the outside of the body through the lungs and then into, your red blood cells and circulate into your body. So that SaO2, of all the things that I heard, the fact that his respiratory rate is normal at 16, normal is about 12 to 16, something like that. And if you're a little bit agitated, it can be a little higher. But the fact that his pulse oximetry is normal at 97% is very good news. But you can bet anything that he's going to be followed very, very closely to make sure he continues to head in the right direction. And he should statistically do well, but to answer your question, the first thing I thought of was, I hope his symptoms are mild, and I suspect that the President of the United States has been vaccinated and boosted, and that would confirm that he was.
That's right, and the White House confirms that. All right, John LaPook, thank you so much. Get back on the treadmill. My doctor tells me exercise is good for you. Thanks, John.
Absolutely. All right, take care.
Up next, more on President Biden's COVID diagnosis. You're streaming The Daily Report. Welcome back to The Daily Report. The White House released a statement saying the president is experiencing mild symptoms from COVID-19, but we have other new details coming in about a separate story, the story of that shooter who attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. We're learning new details about the 20-year-old Thomas Crooks. What we have learned, according to the reporting, is that before the shooting at the Trump rally this past weekend, the shooter searched online for images of Trump and President Biden. He also visited the site of the rally at least once beforehand. We've also learned CBS News, I should say, has also learned he had searched online for symptoms of depressive disorder. So that's the latest on that, and more information coming. This is coming from briefings the FBI has done with lawmakers. Now to this story, Wisconsin, that's where the Republican convention is. It's one of the most closely contested battleground states. In 2020, President Biden won it by just over 20,000 votes. Only Arizona and Georgia were closer. In 2016, Donald Trump won it by 22,000 votes. It's likely to be close again this year, according to a poll from Marquette University Law School from last month. Likely Wisconsin voters are evenly split on Biden and former President Trump. Jessie Opoyan joins us now from Milwaukee. She's a political reporter with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Jessie, thanks for being with us. Can you just run us around the state a little bit? Give us a tour of the state of Wisconsin and kind of where the pockets are for the two parties, and just kind of describe a state to the rest of the people who don't live there.
Sure, it's good to be with you, John. Well, I'm in Milwaukee right now, very traditionally blue area, dark blue. I live in Madison and I'm based there, the other kind of big blue pocket of the state. And you see sort of hints of blue here and there, scattered in sort of the northwestern area. And then you've got kind of the areas that are up for grabs. Now, there used to be a really strong Republican stronghold in the suburbs around Milwaukee. They call them the WOW counties, based on their initials. And those have become a little bit more up for grabs in recent years, especially as we see suburban women drifting away from the Republican Party after Trump's election. Then we have what we call the BOW counties, which is in more northeastern Wisconsin, again, based on the first initials of their counties. And that can also be a pretty swingy area of the state, too. We are overall very purple.
And what about this set of issues? Basically the ones we hear about nationally, or is there any specific Wisconsin-related issue, and even if it's the same issues like the economy and the border you hear about other places, is there a way that Wisconsin voters are talking, the ones you talk to, the way they're talking about those issues?
Well, farming and manufacturing are really big industries here in Wisconsin, and obviously both of those industries have seen some hits over the last really few decades. So any sort of legislation that benefits those industries can be very popular. You see Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin touring the state talking about the various infrastructure packages that have been passed, meeting with farmers, talking about mental health, because that's, a direct result of mental health issues coming from the shutdown, the massive shutdowns of farms throughout the state. So, but it's all the issues that you hear about throughout the country. We're not unique. We just experience them in some different ways. And, abortion continues to be an issue here, again, as it is elsewhere. We've really seen that influence the outcomes of several of the last few elections here.
Wisconsin, probably at least a top 10 state in terms of the Catholic population, which would make abortion a particular issue. Tell me, though, have you heard anything one way or the other? Abortion rights, ending abortion rights hasn't exactly been focused on at this Republican convention, certainly not the way any of the ones I've covered in the past. What do you make of that?
Yeah, they're really not talking about it at all, which, like you said, pretty unusual compared to previous conventions. We've even seen some folks outside protesting Republicans for not being strong enough against abortion access. So, we've seen in the last few elections, it would seem that most Wisconsinites favor some sort of access to abortion, and where they fall on that varies greatly. State legislators have tried to implement sort of in-between bans. They haven't gone anywhere, mostly because you've got people far on both ends of the spectrum, people who believe that it shouldn't be legal at all, and people who believe that it should be, not unlimited, but much more accessible than it is here currently.
Jesse, finally, tell me about Milwaukee, crucial area for the incumbent president. Donald Trump said some things about crime in Milwaukee. What do things look like in Milwaukee?
Well, they're looking great. It's great to have all these people here experiencing the city. In fact, I did see, though, the president has called some of the local leaders who are Democrats, who were really instrumental in bringing the convention here, and said he's having a great time here. He's really enjoying the city. So I guess he doesn't think it's horrible after all. I think everyone's excited to have the convention here, hoping that it'll bring some sort of economic boost and again, bring more tourism here and continue to put the state on the map.
Jesse Opoyan with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Thanks a lot, Jesse.
Thanks, John.
As we've reported, President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. The White House released a statement saying the president is experiencing mild symptoms and is returning to Delaware to self-isolate. CBS News campaign reporter Aaron Navarro joins me again from Las Vegas, where Biden was campaigning when he tested positive. So, Aaron, what do we know since I talked to you 10 minutes ago?
Well, we know that President Biden has left back for Delaware. On his way on the tarmac, he told pool reporters that were there, gave a thumbs up and said, quote, "Good, I feel good." So again, matching what was put out by the White House, saying he only has mild symptoms.
And anything more, Aaron, on how this might affect the campaign?
Well, we do know that this was his last day here in Vegas. He was going to commit today, kind of speaking to Latino voters specifically. We know that there were not actually any announced campaign events this weekend. So after this swing, he was going to head back out east. So in terms of how it impacts the campaign in the short term, doesn't seem like it'll be that much since he didn't have campaign events planned. We'll obviously see how long this COVID diagnosis lasts, but at least in the short term, no huge impact except for the events today he was not able to attend, like this now empty one that I am at in Vegas.
And obviously, Aaron, this happens in a context. There are new reports. Adam Schiff came out today saying he should stop campaigning. The hand of Nancy Pelosi is almost visible behind some of the efforts to perhaps usher the president from the race. If he's self-isolating, that means he's not creating news events to knock those kinds of reports out of the news cycle. Might that not be a way this diagnosis affects the campaign in its somewhat fragile state that it's in right now?
No, No, it certainly could be. He was kind of making some news yesterday talking about a cap on rent increases in Vegas, and again trying to shift the focus back on what he would do in the second term. He had multiple interviews lined up in Vegas, and we know he was able to at least do the Univision one that's expected to be released later this week. But definitely it impacts the news cycle. We will see what comes out of Democrats. They obviously took a pause, and I'm not equating it here. They took a pause in coming out publicly against Biden after the assassination attempt of Trump last Saturday. We'll see what this does in terms of any members that were on the precipice of speaking out in addition to Adam Schiff, but definitely impacts the campaign a little bit. We'll see maybe President Biden will make calls, really to be determined while he heads back to Delaware.
The campaign was in a pause, both tonally and actively, in the wake of the assassination attempt against former President Trump. How have you assessed the change in tempo now as it picks up again, not just in terms of where the president is, but as the Democrats try to take advantage of or set some brackets around the Republican convention that's taking place in Milwaukee?
Well, minutes after the White House confirmed that he did have the COVID diagnosis, the campaign put out a statement about J.D. Vance and the vice president debate that's still up in the air. So at least from the campaign's perspective, they are full steam ahead in what they are doing. Again, minutes before that the diagnosis was known, the campaign was pushing this ad mentioning the Trump Vance ticket that was focused on abortion, on a tragic story of a woman who was sexually assaulted by her father and was able to get an abortion, but now wonders for those in a similar situation that can no longer get an abortion. All this to say, the campaign is still continuing and showing indications that they are going to continue holding press conferences in Milwaukee and counter-programming to the Republican National Convention.
Aaron Navarro with the Biden campaign on pause. Thanks so much, Aaron. If you thought political conventions are well-oiled machines, that's not always the case. Coming up, we'll take a look back at some of the unconventional moments from the RNCs of the past. You're streaming the Daily Report.
I know that a lot of you want to meet my little buddy. So if Baby Doll could come on out here.
At political conventions, spectacle can often...
Could come on out here. I know that a lot of you want to meet my little buddy.
Jim Justice.
So if Baby Doll could come on out here.
Oh.
At political conventions, spectacle can often...
Yeah, but you've been taking those dogs out back and putting them down in the woodshed in the rock quarry, remember? It's not a good look right now, remember? Remember how you guys have been putting dogs down back there in the rock quarry?
Supersede the substance, such as last night when West Virginia Governor and Senate candidate Jim Justice brought out his 60-pound bulldog, Baby Dog, to the RNC stage. Moments like this tend to live on in the culture. In 1972, Sammy Davis Jr. made a show of support for Republican Richard Nixon, who was running for re-election. The singer, a longtime Democrat, ran up and hugged Nixon mid-speech in what appeared to be an unexpected and deeply awkward embrace.
Why? Why, Sammy?
In 2012, Clint Eastwood...
You were just sold out by then. You didn't know how bad the Republicans were going to treat black people in the Vietnam War. I guess, well, I mean, I knew, but you didn't know? Poor Sammy.
RNC stage in support of Mitt Romney, who was hoping to defeat sitting President Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah, get him off camera. Yeah, let him retire, please. Oh.
And his then Vice President.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that is literally like a crypt keeper visage.
Joe Biden.
Oh. You know, it was hard for me to watch Gran Torino. I thought it was a good movie, but it was hard for me to watch it and like, oh, Jesus Christ, you represent everything I hate about the goddamn race.
With Obama, who of course wasn't there, so... Eastwood spoke to an empty chair.
What do you want me to tell Romney? I can't tell him to do that. That can't do that to himself. You're absolutely crazy. You're getting as bad as Biden.
4 years later, future First Lady Melania Trump took the stage, but many listeners realized the
You're looking just as bad as Biden.
speech contained entire sections.
Oh my God, please let the changing of the guards exist. Let it happen. Ugh. Ugh. Why are these people not in rest homes? Oh God.
Nearly identical to one given by another future First Lady, Michelle Obama, at the Democratic Convention in 2008.
From a young age, my parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life.
That your word is your bond.
That your word is your bond.
That you do what you say you're going to do.
And you do what you
Oh my God, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this.
say and keep your promise. That you treat people with respect.
With
Yeah, but I think Michelle actually meant it. $14.71. Damn. You know, I'm kind of done with him stealing anymore. That's just not his job anymore. I'm gonna change the gambit. While it's a fun gambit, I don't want him stealing anymore. It takes forever. Ever. You know, I don't think I want a potion. I think I want you to high potion. No, I like me. Anytime that I, Ally Van, get hurt, I want you to heal me. Yeah, see, look, it's much better if he just opens with arrow. It's awesome. Oh, you fucker, you poisoned me. Ah, stupid zombie. $15.24 one shots. I'm just gonna get worse too. Like I only have the first 10 of the first 60 spells or something when they give me all the spells. It's gonna be crazy.
even if you don't know them, and even if you don't agree with them.
Melania Trump's speechwriter accepted blame and called it a mistake. Mrs. Trump would go on to
You
address
mean
the
plagiarism.
when
You mean
her son-in-law Eric Trump
plagiarism.
told CBS Morning
These people, they steal everything. Even their spouses steal. I mean, they're just thieves. You know, they want money so bad they'll do anything to get it, anyway, anyhow.
she will make her first appearance at the Republican National Convention for 2024 this evening. Up next, it's a special edition of America Decides from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. From all of us here at the Daily Report, thanks for spending the hour with us.
Hearing arguments in an extraordinary case that could upend the 2024 presidential election.
Yeah, it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, he's immune, but what if they just shut his ass out entirely? Is he eligible? He might be immune to prosecution, but is he even eligible? Because they did land 35 felonies. I wouldn't be able to run for president if I was a felon. Why is Trump allowed? You know, is he eligible? I don't think so. They've never let felons run for president, right? I mean, I don't know. They shouldn't.
State Supreme Court banned Donald Trump's name from appearing on the primary ballot because of his role in the January 6th attack.
Yeah,
Let's
you
bring
fucking
in CBS
traitor.
News campaign reporter Olivia Rinaldi, who's standing by outside of the Supreme Court. Olivia, set the scene for us. What's it like right now?
Yeah, good morning, Vlad. As you mentioned, behind me, the Supreme Court is set to hear that crucial argument about whether or not Donald Trump can appear on the ballot in Colorado's presidential primary. We've been outside this morning since 7 a.m., and there's been about a dozen or so protesters cycling in and out. They unfurled a huge banner that said, "Remove Trump." So these are protesters that are largely for making sure Trump is not on the ballot in the Colorado presidential primary and largely in the
Oh, she's in Colorado. I was like, why does it look so familiar? It is Colorado.
as well. But also,
Look, they are. They're at Civic Center Park.
it's Washington, so there's been a lot of field.
Oh no, it's Washington. I'm sorry. No, wait. Yeah, no, that's not Civic Center Park. No, I'm thinking of it differently.
And largely in the general election.
Where the
as
fuck
well.
are you?
But also, it's Washington, so there's been a lot of field trips here as well. A lot of kids here today witnessing history. We
I
still
thought it
see
was
a lot of
Colorado.
folks standing outside the court hoping to get inside to get a seat, where that hearing is set to begin in a few moments.
Are you hearing anything at all from the former president's legal team?
Yeah, they've been
Oh,
quiet.
this is live? How is this live? This is not live. This is from 5 months ago, damn it. Why are you showing me something from 5 months ago, you idiot? The AI is bad now. I don't want to learn about Cody Co. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't. It's like people that I don't know with, you know. Yeah, here's War Stories. Let's listen to him. He's always good. Hurry up, you. I don't want to hear this anymore. No. I want you to move forward.
In the early hours of June the 6th, 1944, Allied airborne troops
Thank you, War
began
Stories. I've
boarding
liked
the
and sub to your
aircraft.
channel. Thank you, CBS. I've liked and sub to your channel. Thank you, CBS. I've liked and sub to your channel. Thank you, the Young Turks. I've liked and sub to your channel. Thank you, the Wall Street Journal. I've liked and sub to your channel, etc. War Stories. Thank you. I've liked and sub to your channel. Let's go.
In the early hours of June the 6th, 1944, Allied airborne troops began boarding the aircraft that were to take them to battle.
Now, you just popped a high potion. Why, though? No.
As they dropped from the skies over Hitler's fortress Europe, these men had the grim satisfaction of being the first Allied troops to set foot on enemy-occupied soil. They were the vanguard of one of the largest military operations ever mounted.
Operation Overlord, the Allied campaign to liberate Northwest Europe, really had a double significance. Militarily, it represented the death knell of the German cause in the Second World War. But politically, it
like
was
breaking
also
everything.
extremely important. Had the Allies either stumbled at the first hurdle on the
I like the way the arrow looks.
or at some time later on in the campaign, the map of Western Europe would have looked very different from that with which we're familiar with today.
From a technical point of view, though, Overlord is tremendously important because this was the first time that so many people and so much equipment was picked up and moved over the sea and dropped on shore against fierce opposition. Ever. Nobody had ever run an operation of this scale before.
Why was it necessary? We never should have let it get that bad.
The night of the 5th and 6th of June, 1944, the tension in Eisenhower's headquarters, the tension...
I think it's because we didn't know how bad men could be yet. Until Hitler.
And Eisenhower.
Now we do. Now we don't wait for 10 years anymore. Because we just assume that they're gassing in their backyard, you know? Fuck them. Piece of shit fucking world domination people.
That D-Day had been a failure.
1454 arrow just one-shots him. I could dump a whole bunch more points too.
Today, as a memorial service is held for the paratroopers who helped secure the Normandy bridgehead,
Getting
you can
cold.
find amongst the headstones the grave of Private E.S. Cortez.
I've never worn this
Sadly,
blanket
he
yet.
was among the first casualties in the Great Invasion of Europe.
Blanket.
He had died to liberate Ranville, the first town in Europe to fall into Allied hands.
Oh, it's so comfortable, except I'm wearing it wrong.
On this
That's the
occasion,
wrong way,
we've
right?
got three
That's
airborne
the wrong way.
divisions. We've got the British 6 Airborne Division and the American 101st and the 82nd. And they've been dropped on either side of the invasion bitches.
So soft.
The concept was fly the air landing brigade in and drop the parachute battalions in to take specific objectives to make it possible for the Allied landings to come in unmolested, for preventing the Germans from counterattacking over certain bridges. Certain bridges were knocked out to stop the Germans using them.
Even today, Operation Overlord still ranks as the largest and most complex single military operation ever staged.
Yes, but why was it necessary? I think we never should have let it get that
There were more than
bad.
75,000 Canadian and British troops.
We should have been fucking with that shore way earlier.
As they assaulted the beaches of Normandy.
I feel like sometimes I feel like a lot of humans tell you they're good at things. Not many of them actually are.
Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword.
Juno.
On D-Day, approximately 156,000 Allied troops landed from the sea or dropped from the air into Normandy. That's approximately 5 divisions coming ashore on the beaches with 3 brigades and a further 3 airborne divisions. Defending against them, it's very much harder to be certain of the exact size of the German forces, but added up, it comes out at about 5 divisions, 1 of them armoured, plus a brigade. So in terms of land forces, the Allies are stronger, but not vastly stronger.
On the other side of the Channel, the Germans knew that the invasion was coming. They had made considerable efforts to prepare what Hitler optimistically called the Atlantic Wall, a line of defenses intended to assure the protection of the coast from the Arctic to Spain. Work had actually begun on the Atlantic Wall in 1942, but by early 1944 it was still not complete. There were numerous concrete gun emplacements and blockhouses which dotted the coastline, but it was certainly not
Oh,
a
it's another
continuous
hour.
line.
It is another hour. Damn it.
In late 1943,
That's
the
all right.
famous desert veteran Erwin Rommel was personally appointed by Hitler as Inspector General of the Atlantic Wall defenses. One of the main elements of Rommel's defensive strategy lay in a massive belt of anti-tank mines along the entire length of the coast, which, in places, stretched to a depth of half a mile from the shoreline. This first line was intended to be backed up by an additional belt of mines up to 5 miles deep, sited further inland. Herr Pemoller was one of the men who helped set up the defenses.
Wir dann zu Kampfeinheiten zusammengestellt wurden und kamen, da wurden demnach auch entsprechend geschickt, entweder in den Osten. Wir wurden seinerzeit erst nach Frankreich geschickt und machten dann die Küste da fest mit den Rommelspargeln. Gegen die Luftlandeversuche der Alliierten pflanzte man Baumstämme ein, in der Größe ins Watt draußen, dass die Landungsboote nicht rankommen konnten. Und man verminte Strecken.
He thinks this is funny. This is not funny.
It has been calculated that this grandiose scheme would have required 200 million mines to complete. Despite the more limited resources actually available to him, Rommel still boasted that the beaches would become what he described as a zone of death.
The problem with the Atlantic Wall was the same as the problem with the Maginot Line. Once you get past the chain of fortifications, all of the effort and expenditure, all of those gun barrels that had been mounted in those fortresses instantly become useless.
nobody really expects defense lines to actually stop an attack dead. The defense lines are there to actually slow down the attack, maybe by 24, 48 hours, something like that, to allow you to move your reserves on, so you can then put in the counterattack.
When it came to the choice of the actual invasion beaches, the number of locations was limited by the availability of fighter cover which could be provided from England. An attack on Holland was also ruled out because of the difficulties of capturing a seaport. The logical choice, of course, was the Pas de Calais area, which was only 22 miles across the channel from Dover. This was also the shortest sea crossing. It was also obvious to the Germans, and it was here that the very heaviest defences of Fortress Europe were concentrated. The final choice then fell upon the remaining option, which was the Normandy coast. Normandy was far enough from the obvious route to have a decoy effect on the Germans, but at the same time it was still well within fighter range and was considerably less well defended than the Pas de Calais. Additionally, if Cherbourg could be captured early on, it would provide an invaluable port for bringing in the supplies which would be required for the massive body of men which would be necessary for the campaign in Europe.
Quite clearly, if one was going to supply such large numbers of personnel with all the diverse needs of 20th century armed forces, then an all-weather port facility was absolutely essential. Relying upon traffic across the beaches, or relying upon the Mulberry harbours that the Allies constructed and took with them to Normandy, was a partial recipe for logistics success, but certainly not a sufficient one.
As soon as he was appointed to Supreme Command, General Dwight D. Eisenhower set up his headquarters at Bushy Park in London's western suburbs and gathered together the very best of Allied commanders that he could find. Air Chief Marshal Sir Arthur Tedder was the Deputy Supreme Commander. Air Chief Marshal Sir Trafford Lee Mallory was given command of Allied Air Forces, and Admiral Sir Bertram Ramsay was in charge of the sea forces for the invasion. On land, command fell to General Sir Bernard Montgomery, who was to command the forces on the ground.
Good man.
Inevitably, the colourful figure of Montgomery attracted a disproportionate level of interest.
Yeah.
There was some controversy almost from the start of the operation. The initial plan had originally envisaged a 3-division operation, which would have entailed landing around 100,000 Allied troops. For the cautious Montgomery, it soon became obvious that this would need to be revised to 5 divisions to guarantee success on D-Day. The overall plan for the invasion of Fortress Europe, codenamed Operation Overlord, called for the British and Canadian forces to seize the eastern beaches with the Caen Canal on their left flank. These beaches were codenamed Sword, Juno, and Gold. The bridge over the canal was to be seized in a bold airborne operation designed to protect the British left flank. Despite the best efforts of Hollywood to present Overlord as a purely American undertaking, the Americans were actually fewer in number than the British and Canadians, and therefore were to assault only 2 beaches in the west. These were codenamed Omaha and Utah. Once again, the American flank was to be protected by a parachute drop on the town of Saint-Mère-Église. The planning for D-Day progressed carefully throughout 1943, and secrecy was vital.
The Germans had got wind of it. Even 48 hours beforehand, D-Day would have been a catastrophe.
Which just seems so foolhardy to me. What are the chances, right? What are the chances that... sorry, I forgot my camera moved. But what are the chances that something bad wouldn't happen? It's low.
And we continued to allow them to think that way.
We did not know that we were going into Normandy until I was handed sealed orders on the ship in which I was before sailing.
As a direct result of the experience gained in the disastrous Dieppe raid in 1942, an ingenious variety of armored assault vehicles were designed to assist in the real attack on Hitler's Atlantic Wall. The most important of these was a special adaptation of the Churchill tank, which had its main gun replaced by a massive 290mm mortar known as a petard. This could fire a huge explosive charge known to the troops as the flying dustbin. The massive explosion was intended to blow apart concrete defenses. For crossing larger obstacles such as sea walls, the Churchill tank could also be adapted to carry a box girder bridge with a span of 30 feet. In the event that the soft sand of the beaches would prove too difficult for tanks to cross, yet another variation on the Churchill was developed. This one carried what was known as a bobbin.
This was usually a huge roll of canvas or some similar material, often reinforced with bars of tubular steel, and it was wound around a drum, and this drum is then fixed onto the front of the tank. And in principle what it could do was unreel this thing, drive over it as it went along, and leave a pathway behind it.
The Allies also developed two main variants of the trusty Sherman tank. The first of these was the duplex drive, or DD swimming tank. This used a collapsible canvas screen and a propeller mounted on the back of the tank to allow the vehicle to swim ashore and reach the shallow water, where they could neutralize enemy anti-tank positions. To clear a path through the minefields, there was a special variant of the Sherman known as the Crab. It was a flail tank which carried a mechanical device designed to beat the area in front of the tank, using steel chains which would explode any mines in the path of the vehicle.
Yeah, it's a smart idea.
While Allied plans progressed smoothly, on the German side of the Channel, the situation continued to deteriorate. As Supreme Commander, Adolf Hitler constantly dabbled in every aspect of the forces at his command, and he had a habit of reserving powerful formations for his personal control. As a result, the situation in France was a particularly complicated one. The nominal commander-in-chief was von Rundstedt, who controlled Army Group B, responsible for northern France and Belgium, and Army Group G, which was responsible for southern France. But Rommel, in command of Army Group B, enjoyed the favor of Hitler and had been appointed Inspector General of the entire Atlantic Wall defenses, with special responsibility for the entire coastal defense line. So, in practice, could not be overruled by von Rundstedt, even though von Rundstedt was his superior. To further complicate matters, 3 of the panzer divisions operating within Rommel's area of influence were allocated to a separate formation known as Panzer Group West. This powerful grouping was designated as an army reserve and could be deployed only on the express authority of Hitler himself.
Adolf Hitler believed in struggle, that the strongest man, the strongest beast, would emerge from a natural process of struggle, and he organized the Nazi state that way, so that the German command structure is not set up to cooperate with itself. It is set up as a series of competing structures which are meant to fight each other. And they did this so well that they defeated themselves as well as the Allies defeating them in Normandy.
Rommel believed that the only chance for defeating the Allied invasion was to fight on the beaches and drive the invasion back into the sea. Rommel therefore wanted the armored reserves as close to the beaches as possible for a quick counterattack. Von Rundstedt, however, disagreed with Rommel's strategy.
Rundstedt reacted to the threat of Allied invasion in Normandy in a sound, conventional German Staff College way. Let the Allies come ashore, let them get inland where they can be encircled, and then destroyed in the traditional German battle of annihilation. And Rundstedt's concept required that the armor be held back, far away from the beach, so that once the Allies are ashore, they can be punched with a heavy fist of armor. Now, Rommel disagreed fundamentally. He said, Rundstedt, you don't understand that if you don't have air superiority, you cannot count on being able to have that big battle of annihilation. Without air superiority, for instance, that big armored fist of yours is going to be destroyed on the railway tracks back in Paris by Allied air. You can't do it, says Rommel.
The struggles in the Wehrmacht hierarchy were merely the start of the problems for the Germans on D-Day. The German forces, already thinly spread, were further weakened by the needs of the Russian front. Hitler constantly took German divisions away from the task of defending the Atlantic Wall to shore up the crumbling front in the east.
From 1941 through to 1944, about 2/3 of all the German warfighting resources were being tied up in the war against the Soviet Union.
In consequence, many of the divisions which were dispatched to the Atlantic Wall were poor quality, and in some cases actually comprised of troops who would otherwise have been considered unfit for service. Although the German forces could deploy a small number of highly experienced, well-supplied divisions, they also had a large number of units which were understrength, poorly equipped, with poor transport. As much as 10% of Rommel's Army Group B was not even composed of German nationals. In the front lines on D-Day, the proportion of non-Germans may have been as high as 25%. These were men who were volunteers from various countries occupied by the Germans, or prisoners of war who had enlisted in the German army. They came mainly from the Asiatic republics of the Soviet Union, and were simply used as cannon fodder in the front line of D-Day.
Yeah.
The momentous decision of which day to choose for D-Day rested on the shoulders of the Supreme Allied Commander, General Dwight D. Eisenhower. He originally selected D-Day as the 5th of June, the day when the tides best suited the invasion. During the D-Day landings, and for up to 20 miles inland, the Allied forces could rely on the massive guns of the Allied battleships, which were capable of firing devastating barrages of heavy artillery fire against the German forces.
5:35 o'clock, and to 800 warships, the signal, commence bombardment, sweep the beaches.
In the opening days of the Normandy campaign, the Allies could rely upon the support of 9 battleships, 23 cruisers, and 73 destroyers.
And tired gun crews await the next barrage.
Cyril Timms was aboard the Allied fleet as the bombardment began. More than 55 years later, he can still vividly recall the effects of the shelling.
We were bombarding Normandy. We were anchored off Le Havre, and we were bombarding 20 miles inland, a place called Caen, and we were being controlled gunnery-wise by a spotter plane 20 miles away. I don't know what the Germans thought, I'm sure. It certainly roused them up when we put a few shells amongst them.
One other area where the Allies enjoyed undisputed superiority was in air power. From April 1944, they had been conducting bombing operations against French targets, including railway marshalling yards and bridges. On D-Day itself, 5,000 Allied fighters filled the sky and swept away the 119 German fighters which opposed them. With the air superiority of 50-1, rocket-firing typhoons of the Allied Air Force had a field day, combing the terrain behind the Normandy beaches for any sign of movement on the ground. By midday on June the 6th, 1944, Allied fighters were completely unopposed, and in many instances, the pilots could no longer find a target. Allied air superiority
Oh, I found the
naturally
boss that
affected
fast,
the
huh?
whole conduct of the battle. It meant that German reinforcements were slow getting to Normandy.
Fog?
Allied air
Underground?
superiority meant that
It's
once
some
the
demon.
Germans realised that the main
Mist.
invasion was in Normandy, they had then got to start
You can
moving
see the
their
mist with your eyes?
their panzer divisions.
Where
up
it
to
is
Normandy.
thick enough, you may.
Allied air
The
superiority
nether runs deep
could
in this
prevent that,
place.
or certainly helped to prevent that, because the Germans
So,
found themselves in
is the mist
difficulty of
dangerous?
having to move.
Yes, but it is
by
also
night.
an aid.
They move
A
by
dense
day.
mist allows the working of powerful magics. I'll keep that in mind.
The tank busters.
I remember once we
Can't
went
count
out
on
onto
Vaughn to keep track of these things.
Recce,
That's
where
for
the
sure.
Railway crossed the road, the railway crossing, and 4 Panther tanks were being knocked out by typhoons, and they were on the railway line. They'd been travelling up the railway line, and they were really wicked. Those typhoon rockets. We used to sort of give up a cheer
Looks so
every time
cool.
the typhoons came.
Wow.
Newsreels of the period showed German vehicles covered in branches in an attempt to disguise any vehicle movements from the air. The crews
That's not
constantly
gonna
scanned the
disguise
horizon
it.
for the first signs of the British fighter bombers, which made any movement on the ground an extremely hazardous undertaking.
They're like bombers,
To
scatter.
offset the many disadvantages which faced the German troops fighting on the ground in Normandy, they did enjoy some real advantages over the Allies in terms of experience. Many of the panzer divisions, which would be used to face the Allies, had a strong core of battle-hardened, experienced troops who had already seen 4 years of brutal warfare. This experience gave them the mental toughness which would serve them in great stead during the coming battle. In among these divisions were some very formidable formations, such as the SS Leibstandarte and the Panzer Lehr Division.
The Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler, the 1st SS Panzer Division, was a formation which, like other SS units, was very, very well stocked. Because the SS had its own chain of command, and because Heinrich Himmler was so close to Hitler and so personally powerful, the SS divisions, like the Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler, were very well supplied with people. They were very well supplied with tanks, well fed, well fueled, compared to the rest of the German army.
Like so many,
I'm gonna get Shades of
German
Ice
armored formations
or
committed
Shades
to
of
the
Black
fight in
mean.
Normandy, the Panzer Lehr, or Demonstration Division, was an extremely capable fighting formation. It was well equipped with something like 200 tanks, many of them modern Panthers, which were probably superior to most of the Allied tanks at that time. In addition, it was made up of personnel drawn primarily from training establishments. So these were officer and NCO cadres and specialists who had extremely prolonged experience of fighting on, for example, the Eastern Front. So these were very capable personnel.
Brigadeführer Witt, der Kommandeur der SS-Division Hitlerjugend.
The Hitler Youth Division was virtually unique in the history of warfare. It was composed of utterly fanatical, ideologically dedicated young Nazis with an average age of 18.
This division was formed in October 1943, and it was known as the Hitler Youth Division, the 12th SS Panzer Division, as it became. And it was an exceedingly dangerous division because it was composed of young men who were fanatics, and young men of 16 and 17 who could not conceive of death. Not only are they fearless, but when they are fighting for a cause that they believe in, men of that age can be utterly ruthless. They have no capacity to empathize.
One area in which the Germans had a real advantage was in the quality of their tanks. Not only were the crews hugely experienced and battle-hardened by years on the Russian front, the tanks themselves were far better than those used by the Allies. In particular, the Tiger, Panther, and the new King Tiger tanks could all engage Allied tanks at much longer ranges than those at which the Allies could fight back.
I got it!
The German tanks came from the German tradition of precision engineering and excellent design, and they were technically brilliant, the German tanks. And by 1944, many of them were armed with 88mm high-velocity guns, which could punch through Allied tanks like a hot knife through butter.
If one talks to a veteran of the Northwest European campaign today and asks them questions about their armour and the quality of their armour, you're likely to get a very, very angry response indeed. And I've actually seen veterans at conferences get up and say that the manufacturers of British tanks who received medals at the end of the Second World War, if they'd had any decency at all, would have actually sent their medals back.
On June the 1st, when the first meeting to discuss the weather forecast for D-Day was held, the outlook was not good, and it deteriorated during the next 3 days. Finally, at 4:15 a.m., after much deliberation, the order was given to postpone the invasion until June the 6th. Harvey Pearman recalls the uncertainty which surrounded the decision to go.
On the boats a couple of days before, and then they...
Bond didn't get credit, son of a bitch. Oh, I'll take the boss kill anyways, I don't care.
Decided to take off because of the weather. And when we got out in the channel, the minesweepers on each side of us, escorting us over to Normandy. And I think we were on the landing craft nearly 24 hours on the crossing, which is about 100 miles across to Normandy from Southampton.
In vain glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the MMO.
In the early hours of the morning, the drone of aircraft engines could be heard overhead. About 750 heavy bombers carried out a concentrated bombing attack designed to soften up the German positions in the coastal area.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an Esper. The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty
The coast of France was clearly visible when the heaviest air blow of all
for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
Not so. The Esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this Esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
Advance up now, I guess. Oh, please be Shades of Black. Shades of Black. Yes! Shades of Black. Okay, so now Fran becomes a lot fucking better. We're just gonna put Shades of Black. Shades of Black. Oh, I don't have the license for it? Oh no, who does? Who does have the license? It's well, let's go see. Fran is an archer. License for the Esper Blice has been added to the board. Okay, only one character. The second board license has been added to the license board. Characters over in the second board license can access an additional license board. Okay, so I need Shades of Black. It's not down. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was like, where is Shades of Black? Okay, so now, Gambit-wise, Fran just becomes a Shades of Black caster. That's all she does. But I mean, like, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in a game, almost. It's so funny. She just ups and fucks around and catches these crazy, crazy Shades of Blacks. Yeah, she doesn't need anything else. Shades of Black is fine. Now I'm going to give her all the spell stuff or whatever. Yeah, like, I need Shades of Black. There it is. Shades of Black, right? Yep. And then where's my Shades of Black? Let's go to my chart and see if I can get my Shades of Black too. Shades of Black is here somewhere. There's Charge, which I desperately need, but let's see if we can peg Shades of Black here. Headsman, heavy armor, heavy armor, heavy armor. Shades of Black, Shades of Black, where are you? Oh god, okay, back to the start here. Hand bombs, mystic armor, but I don't see Shades of fucking Black anywhere. White Whirl, Poach and Steel and Makara, heavy armor, heavy armor, heavy armor. Black Mage eventually gets heavy armor, huh? So I don't see Shades of Black on this fucking page. Let's go and look at the classes that can use Shades of Black. FFXIITZA, Shades of Black. Right. This is why I bought this game as Shades of Black. It's so funny. So, right, I have okay, which ones are the spells that can use this? Oh, Foebreaker, Monk, Bushi, Shikari, Archer, and Ulan. So, yeah, that's it. So she's the only one who's gonna get it, but that's okay. I like her. I like Fran as Archer with Shades of Black. I think it's fucking perfect. So she goes Shades of Black, right? Occasionally it one-shots us because it hits a Reflect Mob, and she'll cast like Faraga or Ultima or something like that. And Gambits for Fran. Shades of Black, party leader's target. Actually, I don't know. How about any target? Fucking any target. We want to be like, we're making her random, right? Yeah, and then definitely, if anything's attacking me, I want Shades of Black on it, which is funny because like this is like, how many spells is it? It's funny. The mechanics are Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, Water, Arrow, Fire, Thundara, Blizzara, Bio, Araga, Fireaga, Thundaga, Blizzaga, Shock, Scourge, Flare, Ardor, or Scathe. So that, you know, any of 20 spells, and they're all terrible except for the basic ones. So that's your bad rolls, is basic spells for free that don't cost anything. Yeah, now we're ready to fight anything in the game, pretty much, because Shades of Black will just tear butthole. It just tears butthole through anything in the game. I'll single-handedly cast and stuff, like with my best spell, which is going to be hilarious eventually. But she's going to be Shades of Black the entire fucking run. I kind of want to just sit there and let her cast Shades of Black and see what happens the whole way. I mean, they make me play as Van. Wait, so did I go the right way? I did, but now like, oh, did I beat the boss? I did. So I think I'm done with this, but I don't know. I got Shades of Black, and that's what I came for. Read the inscription. By this, return you to the hall. This weather means return you back to this place. Okay, touch the waystone. Okay, now let's go. Oh, the princess is in another castle, isn't it? I'm sure it is.
Was struck immediately before H hour. Flying fortresses and liberators of the US 8th and 9th Air Forces, covered by an umbrella of fighters, unloaded 2,000 tons of bombs on the British and American beaches. The complete absence of the Luftwaffe at this time must have been grimly suggestive to the stunned German defenders
really good.
of things to
What's
come.
wrong? Your Majesty, we must... Let's go.
What?
I want to sub out. I played with Pinello last run, and I might sub out Pinello for Ash this run. Because Ash is a time mage, and really the only thing else you can do for me and Fran is to give us a stega. That's it. That's about the only thing else you can do to help us from wrecking butthole now. I pretty much broke the game. I just broke the game. Because I went straight to Shades of Black because I know how good it is. It's just insane. It just tears butthole. It tears most encounters with trash in one hit, you know. And often the entire fucking pack too. The entire pack of mobs will just get wasted in one spell, like an Ultimo Fire Off or whatever. But but you can upgrade that by having her spam Shades of Black faster, which is Hestega, which is green time mage, green time battle mage. And so I'm thinking I might sub Pinello out. Or no, Pinello's my healer and Fran's the DPSer. But we could run the time battle mage. I think she has Kira. I think she even has Kira. Whoa, turn the speed down. Does the time battle mage have Kira? I don't know. Let's look at the licenses of Ash. Yeah, do you have Kira, Ash? You have like time magic and stuff, but do you get heals? I don't think you do. Anywhere in here? No, I don't believe you do. So I mean, Ash is cool. She is a good DPSer. She'll give us a stega, but I mean, that's all I want from her is a stega, though. That's it. It's the only thing she has I want. Well, and she has stop, too. She has, like, stop ga, immobilize, or whatever. It's, like, all fucking things. But it's really not what I'm looking for this spec. I have what I want. Oh, my God. Vaughn has 283 LP. I'm gonna spend it, but I feel like, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it cap for a bit. So is this done? Are we like done with this place now? Oh good, it took me home, but it wanted me to do that first. Okay, good. I want to buy the remake of Secret of Mana. Right? Yeah, I do. I want to buy the remake of Secret of Mana. That's a hard game, and I like that game. Let's buy the remake of Secret of Mana, but I don't know how much you want for it. Let's go look on the page. No, go to the store. Yeah, Secret of Mana is $40. Jesus. They saw me coming. Yeah, the reviews were mixed a little bit. I purchased a sealed box SNES copy of the game. Wow, Sasquatch Senpai. Oh. Okay, so... Janky classic goodness, enjoy it. Yeah, this was one of the ones that I wanted, but not for this price. If they ever sell it for $5, I'll buy it. Legend of Mana's coming to Steam, huh? I don't want to buy this, but I do want to add it to my wish list. And the other one that I want is Legend or Secret of or no, what is it? It's the remake of Second Densetsu 3. I can't think of the fucking name of it. Something God, what is it? It's like yeah, but this is a co-op game. I'll never really buy it. It's annoying. I know that I won't really play it. They're finally selling Atomic Heart for cheap, but it's not cheap enough. $24 is not good enough. I mean, this isn't good enough. What's Lens Island? What is Lens Island? Open world action RPG. No, thank you. Yeah, face punch and stuff. I wouldn't mind buying, what's it called? Gary's Mod. I've never played Gary's Mod, and I got Gary's Mod, and I'm curious about it. But I know that it's on Unity, I think, and I don't think I want to play it because I doubt it'll run on display adapter. There's a lot of good stuff here, but I don't have the time. I wouldn't mind buying the Dark Souls Remastered. It's never cheap enough. It wasn't cheap enough on the summer sale where I would have bought it. Shadow of the Erdtree. God, that was a fuck up, man. What did you do with Shadow of the Erdtree? Oh yeah, so we're done here, huh? Yeah, I got Shades of Black, and we're all good. This is a good place to farm. And they're like, yeah, you have access to the crystal now. You beat the dungeon, so you can like farm this place if you want. But honestly, I don't know. I think, well, yeah, this is a good place to farm. There are a lot of mobs. You could just run around. Yeah. I should have bought like I couldn't get Begon to play what's it called? Pillars of Eternity 2. And I should have bought it. I think it was on sale on the summer sale. Pillars of Eternity 2. It was a good fucking price too. Yeah, and see, Deadfire never goes on sale. It never ever does. Wait, there's the the Obsidian edition, yeah, for $60 and stuff, yeah. Because this is Obsidian, isn't it? Yeah, Obsidian's super good. They're good at what they do, but I don't like these isometric RPGs. I don't think the camera was spinnable, which was the real problem with this game. But I bet it would be really fun co-op, and I'm not going to buy this single player, no. Sit down again, I guess. I guess I just want to start casting or whatever. Yeah, like get in a caster fight with him. Stone God too. Go back one. There. Yeah, look, I do a lot of damage. I can just move over and run this again. He didn't give any XP? No. God, this was a good game for its time. I mean, while we're at it, I wouldn't mind Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 and beat the whole fucking thing, but they didn't remaster 2 or 3. Or Bloodborne, they're stupid. Some of the few games that they actually needed to remaster, they didn't do. And then they did a whole bunch of ones that we didn't need. It's stupid. I want to see new sale events, yeah, and all this promo events and stuff. Guilty Gear Strive, Yokazi Anniversary Sale, Big Summer Drift, Star Trek and World of Warships. Why? Hype Train. Yeah, I thought that might be a good game, but nope. My desire to play other games has severely diminished. Tai Yu. Maybe I should just run a cure spam macro. What happened here? You like disappeared. You're stupid. Now you're like not even like fighting this thing. Oh, I'm 12 now, which is good. I have a bad sub, but I mean, I don't think it really matters. I wonder if I can get a bag of vegetable seeds enough to run like a garden thing. But anyway.
One of those who could not stand the strain was a German artilleryman, Herr Hesselbart. He quickly surrendered to the Allies on D-Day.
Ein Angriff von 1500 amerikanischen fliegenden Festungen. Und ich habe nie auch nur eine einzige deutsche Maschine am Himmel gesehen. Man kann durch eine gewisse Tapferkeit, bessere Ausbildung, kann man eine Überlegenheit ausgleichen. Wenn diese Überlegenheit aber so riesengroß war, dann kann man nichts machen. Und am nächsten Tag sind die Amerikaner dann zum Angriff angetreten und an diesem Tag hatte ich Gelegenheit überzulaufen. Und das war dieses Schlimme, dieses Gefühl, hoffentlich fällt da jetzt keiner auf deinen Kopf. Und das war das Schlimmste.
Herr Hesselbart was not the only one with problems that day. The German 7th Army came under the command of General Dollmann, but he himself was absent from the invasion area on June the 6th at a planning meeting. To further complicate matters, Rommel, his direct superior, had also chosen this precise time to go home on leave to visit his wife. With Hitler retaining personal control of Panzer Group West, The net effect of the confusion was that only the 21st Panzer Division was available to perform a counterattack against the Allies on June the 6th.
The big armored counterattack force that the Germans had in France was in the hands of the Fuhrer. And everybody knew that the Fuhrer didn't like being woken up in the middle of the night. And when it came time to actually use the armored counterattack force, nobody would go in to wake the Fuhrer. And as a result,
Not the
Germans
Führer.
could not put their
Oh,
armored
no one would wake the
counterattack in a
Führer.
timely fashion.
Once the bombers had done their work, the bombarding ships opened up. British Hunt-class destroyers raced in to engage in close duels with any surviving shore batteries. The final close-up punch before the assault troops poured ashore was delivered by rocket-firing craft. Despite the massive
Once human will be up in 5
the
minutes.
Allies did not have everything.
Sorry guys, 4-hour maintenance in the middle of my
Along the
shift. It
entire
sucked.
50-mile
But I
front,
sat here patiently all
appalling
4
weather
hours.
hampered the
I didn't
landing.
complain once. I didn't rage because I'm in a better mood. I'm
Enemy
doing
fire
better.
from
I'm just
survivors
a happier
added to the
person.
confusion.
I rage about the fascists killing our country, but that's about it. Oops.
The
I
hardest
have the
fighting
wrong
on the
sub
whole
for
length
some
of the
reason.
beaches came in the American sector and on Omaha Beach in particular. The American Omaha landings began to go wrong from the very start. The attacking forces which made the assault, the 16th Regimental Combat Team 1st Division and the 116th Regimental Combat Team 29th Division, were confronted by violently rough seas and hidden underwater obstacles which tore many landing craft apart. Lashed by huge waves and withering German shell fire, only 2 of the 32 amphibious tanks launched actually made Omaha Beach.
The most spectacular failure were the swimming tanks, the DD tanks, on certain sectors, and I would cite particularly
What do you
some of the
mean?
American beaches. They launched
They
too far out.
tried.
They launched into very bad seas and a crosswind, whereas
Yeah,
the British and Canadians went straight
amphibian
into it.
vehicles aren't so
And
good.
they certainly lost a lot of tanks and a lot of men.
Cool. All I wanted to do was save. Oh, did you
Such
take
a
me away
tremendous
from the
honor
Wraith
to
Wall?
again be graced with your presence, Majesty. You left us with such great dispatch
I wish you wouldn't pause.
upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your Majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the Nethicite.
The Nethicite?
That is a base imitation. We seek Wraithwall's legacy, the ancient relics of the Dynast King. Day-affected Nethicite. Did you not tell them, Captain Azalus?
Majesty, he speaks of the Dawn Shard. That is the Nethicite. Are you mad, Vossler? If we are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth. I will fight this profitless battle no more.
Captain?
Found themselves confronted by strong and determined German forces ranged along the top of the high bluffs which overlooked the beach.
Omaha Beach was a very difficult beach to land on. A lot of the other beaches in Normandy were being defended by low-grade German troops. However, there was a veteran unit which had been sent to the area, the 352 Infantry Division. And the 352 Infantry Division were good quality troops. They were veterans of operations in Italy.
Steel sheets
And they
are
had been
okay.
sent to Normandy, to a quiet area, to recuperate and build up more combat strain. And it just happened that on
Why
the
do you
day
keep
that the
changing my
Germans
gear? It
landed
is
on
so
Omaha Beach,
annoying.
they were doing an exercise. And the exercise was everybody prepare for an invasion by the British, Canadians, and Americans.
Chaps who were coming ashore in the landing craft were put out to sea, something like 12 miles out to sea. That was 3 hours in a landing craft, a flat-bottomed boat. Men were violently sick, they were violently ill, they were terrified, they were frightened. As they got closer inshore, things got worse, and the Germans were just sitting on the bluffs above Omaha Beach. And the Germans never fired a shot until the landing craft came into shore. Then the ramps dropped, the Germans opened fire.
It was obvious to ships lying offshore that some very hard fighting was going on, and that the Americans were finding it very difficult to get a foothold.
The battle on Omaha Beach on the 6th of June appeared to
Azulus
go
has
so
struck a
badly
wide-
by lunchtime that
Ooh, new Great War.
Bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ash to reclaim her throne, and the Kingdom of Dalmasca will be restored. Think on it. And
There we go. Back into Once Human. This kind of broke my vibe tonight. You know, I haven't played Mortal in a long time. I'm gonna try Mortal again. I don't think I want to play my caster role, and I kind of want to delete her or change or something. Drop all the points out of it. I suppose her class doesn't really matter, but yeah. I have to go back and sell. I don't think Mortal's playing well with others. I'm like fucking certain of it. Nope, still maintenance. Damn it. Oh, I thought it had been 4 hours, but no, I think it's been 3. Fucking annoying. Repair clients? No, I don't think so. I think it's actually maintenance. Fucking annoyings. Oh, I need to go see if there's silver for sale. Well, I still have like 2 or 3 hours. Bro, I don't know. How long have I been at this? 11 and a half hours. Damn, yeah, I did pretty good today. Let's see if there's... Oh, no, it's Ice Day. Oops. Alright, let's go back out now.
entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit 'tis more than a fair exchange.
And when all is said and done, your master will have another pet.
Lady Ash, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
That was kind of emotional.
To think the relics of the Dynast King were FFXIITZA, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Azulus, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanastre soon.
You suck, bad dude.
I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return?
I guess I best fight by Leaping Lizzie, because I could chain spell and just beat her.
Stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
When we return to Dalmasca, we can announce that you are alive and well. I will then continue our negotiations with the Empire. I believe Lars is the key. He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
A son of Dalmasca.
kind of startled me.
Equipment here is limited, so we'll be using the ship's drive to make our assessment.
Ship's drive.
Once we've connected the stone, the reaction should be easily measured.
Methods do not interest me, only results.
Fran? Such heat! The mist, it's burning!
6,800, 6,900, 7,000! This must be Deified-Nethicite! The count still climbs!
What'd you do?
We found it at last. True Deified-Nethicite. The power of the Dynast King in my hands. Blood alone does not an emperor make, vain.
What is this? Something's wrong!
What is it?
You stand!
Hold her down!
No, she's gonna fucking go crazy.
What's wrong with her?
I always knew Fran didn't take well to being tied up. I just never knew how much. How about you?
I like Fran's idea. Let's get out of here.
No farther! Sky Pirates, the future of Dalmasca will not be stolen.
I'll kick your ass. Show Shades of Grey you. Or whatever, Shades of Black you. Or Shades of Grey or whatever. Show Shades of Grey up your... Show Shades of Grey or Shades of Black.
You must know where it leads. I do know.
Shades of Black says you lose.
Too well.
I mean, it's true. Oh no, what are you doing? Stop it before this fight ends. Jesus Christ. This fight ended before I could even turn the speed off. What? Is that the boss or whatever? It's one dude. Is that actually him or what? Is that him? He doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Just Arrow or whatever. Oh no, she's the boss or whatever. Wait. Fran's out now. Why is Fran out now? Oh, we're fighting Vossler. Oh, yeah, he hurts, yeah. Okay, well, cool. So why are you out of this fight now? That seems wrong. Phoenix down, Fran.
No.
What? What do you mean? I don't know. Just... fucking so annoying. Bring in Balthier and drop him out or whatever, and then he'll cast Phoenix Downs on Fran, and then a Phoenix Down on Fran. I'm gonna just infuse her. Okay. Then select a new party leader. That'll be Fran. She's gonna Phoenix down Penillo. Penillo's going to oh no, sorry. Penillo's going to cure herself. Good, good. Then you're gonna raise me, or well, raise Balthier first. Ooh, that's good. Penillo's out for some reason. I don't know why, but okay. Phoenix down, Penillo again. Please stop hurting me. Run, run. Now, you. High potion, Penillo. High potion yourself. Then I want to high potion yourself. And then I want you to go in and switch out Van for Balthier. What? Well, yeah, but targeted characters. Son of a bitch. Alright, fine. Ah. Alright, well, give him heals, I guess. She doesn't seem to want to heal him or whatever. I don't really understand, but okay. So now, yeah, and now tactics, right? No, now Fran is high potioning somebody. Now Shades of Black. God damn it, he's kicking his ass. About here. There, see now, I want you to come here, go to the party, drop out Balthier. Targeted characters. What do you mean targeted characters? Damn it. What about Fran? Can I drop Fran? No. What about Pinello? Can I drop Pinello? Yeah, drop Pinello. I want to, Phoenix down, Van. Ouch. Oh. And then I want to switch out Balthier for, Balthier for Pinello. And I got my party back. Now, Van's hurt. She's got to get on that. Go, go, Kira's. Go, go. Okay, good. Then you, no, yeah, no, yeah, and then, or whatever, yeah, just missed him now, just quickening now, that's fine, Feral Trick his ass, yeah. Bye, bitch.
I can't.
No! Wait, I want to Phoenix down Pinella instead. Why? You're so annoying. What was that? You fucking sucked. You sucked. What do you mean? Stop, stop, stop. God damn it. Phoenix down again. You're so annoying. Get her up. You, get going with the big heals. You, White Mage. Go. Now I'm dead, you idiot. Ah. You, get a raise on Fran. Oh my god, you, get a raise on Van. Oh my god, you're dead again. Why are you dead again? Stop. Get a raise on Fran. I'm out, 926. Jesus Christ, man. Like... Okay, you, get up. Get up. Oh my god, 748. Why? Oh my god. What's this? Oh my god. You are so annoying. Fine, bring in Bosch and Ash. It's fine. Let's see if they can do anything. Ash is doing nothing.
must endure.
Please.
Take that, Bustler. Die. Bitch made.
Engine power falling rapidly. It's negative. Impossible. We cannot maintain the bridge.
Report.
What are they doing down there?
Happened?
The Nethersite's draining the ship's power.
Disengage it at
I
once.
need a tank.
It's infected. Shall reach critical in 300. Cascade failure.
Ash, let's go.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
This might get a little dicey.
The mist. It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
What's that?
I think it's the Dawn Shard.
Then what are we waiting for?
Got the
dreadnought Leviathan is sunk. The 8th Fleet of the Arcadian Imperial Army lost. As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, quit I, Bujerba, citing sudden malady. My true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ash had made her return to Rabanasta. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Dawn Shard concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ash then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath. Though Arcadia had lost her 8th Fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which to be reckoned.
assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercises. It is our belief they wait for the proper pretext, sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
The loss of Leviathan and her fleet at such a time comes as a most grievous blow. Were Rosaria to invade, the battle would be hard fought. Had Lord Vane not deployed the fleet so capriciously, we would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstance.
Lord Vane shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served.
A convenient thing, justice. And so I must now make a choice between my throne and my son.
A most lamentable. Situation for us all.
Oh? For Lord Vane, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Larsa will make for a fine emperor.
Larsa so adores his brother, and he is yet young.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vane's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vane himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
By your will, I shall bid Vane return to Arcades.
I didn't really realize how close she looked. She looks so much like Lightning. They're like the same character, basically. Lightning Returns is a game that I want on my list. And Final Fantasy 13. I've been meaning to buy 13 forever, ever. Or maybe I did. Did I buy 13? Maybe I did buy it. I don't know. 11, 12, and 15, but no, 13 is not on here. It's like Final Fantasy XII. 13 is not on Steam for some reason. Oh, because I misspelled it. No. Final Fantasy 13. There it is. It's $6.39. This is on sale. Check out the entire Final Fantasy, but it's a special promotion that ends in 7 hours. Ugh. This is a good price for this. I love this game. I mean, I don't know. Normally it's like $16. I'll just buy it at the normal price. That's fine. Yep, and then Lightning Returns isn't always that cheap. I would not mind getting Lightning Returns. That's a good game. This has a very positive, mostly positive. That's funny. Will it run in the background like this game, though? That's the problem. It was a very cinematic, well-done game. It's a good price at $8. Maybe I will snag it. I don't know if I have that much in my bank account right now. I'll have to see. Might not. I'll keep a lot of money in my account. I'm always buying whatever I can, and then, yep. Well, for $8, I wouldn't mind owning Lightning Returns. It's a game that I don't know the content for very well. Can't keep buying these single player games. That's a good deal though for $8, but it's like all of my money pretty much. I'll come by and I'll buy these again at some point. I didn't really like 10, and beyond the amount of times I've played it, I don't want to play it again. It's a good game. It's got a lot of really good stuff to it, but I don't want to play it again. It's weird. I'm learning that I maybe don't like this story that much, and maybe just to skip through it, but I don't remember this story very well. Last time I played this game, I was like, oh god, 16 something? I don't remember this story at all. I remember him. And I played this recently where I got even a lot further than this. And then I put it down. I was like, I don't want to do this without the save and the achievements, you know? I like this game, so I bought it. I think there's a lot of good music that I'm missing, but...
It was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
Yeah, an excellent conclusion to a severely underrated trilogy. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is not really, yeah, like I don't think I want to play these games on stream because they're controller games. 15's okay, but 13 is a controller game. That's why I've always put it back down again. I remember now. It is a controller game, yeah. It's unfortunate. But I am looking forward to 15. It'll be fun to jump into 15 from 13.
You know your stuff.
12.
Destructive power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ash, you know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike.
I didn't
Something
like the
was
battle
there.
system in
One of the
in
Dynast
Lightning
King's
Returns,
relics. The Midlight Shard was it.
I think the battle system in 12 is superior. 13's good, but I don't know. I guess I should sit.
Nebradia.
More Nethicite. Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vayne wanted power. He must not be allowed to claim the Nethicite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard? Most likely the Midlight Shard, too. Besides, can't they manufacture Nethicite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethicite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died. And the Empire will know remorse.
I kind of need, like, Pinello. It's kind of annoying.
You even know how to use it?
The Garif may know. The Garif people live by the old ways. Magicite lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it. The cry of the Nethicite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
I never thought that
Dangerous
Lulu
though it
fit
be,
Final
what we
Fantasy
need now is
X, but
power.
I think
Should
Fran
we
fits
declare
Final
Dalmasca
Fantasy
free
12.
without the means to defend our claim, the Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Garif.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
Oh yeah, Osman
Not exactly
Plain.
close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Yes.
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you.
What's with the ring, dude? You're weird. What do you want a ring for? It's fucking weird.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
Ah.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it.
Yep.
What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking
Pinello.
for?
Pinello.
I guess-
Love.
Well,
Love. Love. Fucking
know.
idiot. Love.
The Garif are said to dwell in Kirwan.
So they do. We'll need to head south, past the Giza Plains.
It is the rains now in Giza. The wadis will be swollen with the deluge. Passage may be difficult.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
Regardless, we must go south, yes?
First things first. You're eager to be on your way, I know. But we should see that we're prepared before setting out.
I made my resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Gear. Where am I now? I'm in Rabanastra? I'm in Rabanastra in a back alleyway for no reason. Why? Why did you put me in the back alleyway? It's such a long walk. It's time sink, isn't it? Yeah, like the game's kind of opening up, and I like how fucking really massive it is. You know, it's fucking big. What was he casting? What, Banish? I hit him before he fucking did it. That's funny. He's just cut off his spell cast. Like, fuck you, you die first. Yugri's Magics. Maybe they have something new. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of stuff, but I have all of it. All of it. So, back we go. I guess now I go... Where do I go? The Greaves should be south of the Giza Plains. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to go... out. Yeah, this direction. Yep, and then the crystal is south. I suppose I should go look at the job board. Yeah, save. I've come a long way. Once human should be up in 15 minutes, but I'm getting towards the end of the shift here. I ended up kind of waiting too long, and I think I'm more inclined kind of to go to bed early and wake up and get on earlier than I am to like keep trying to drag it out, trying to play Once Human before I go right before I go to bed. Yeah, I think I'd teleport to... Could go back to the tomb and grind it for a little while. Because the XP is good, but I mean, I don't know, I'd rather just push forward. I think it's Bujerba. Isn't it Bojirba? I think it's Bojirba, isn't it? Or is it Nalbina Fortress? I think it's Nalbina Fortress. To the Estrasan, to the Mosphoran Highways. Where am I in the world map? Like the world map. Like the world map, yeah. Where am I on the world map? I'm in Nalbina Fortress. Now they want me to go all the way to Jahara, which is the Zertinin Caverns, I guess. So it is actually back to the... Oh no, they say through Giza. Okay, so Giza. I'm currently in Nalbina... And I think there is a crystal in Giza. Isn't there? Like, I want to teleport to... Is it Wester Sand? I think it's West Dalmasca Wester Sand. Is it Bujerba? I thought maybe it's Bujerba. Let's just see where Bujerba is. I like the crystal warp. It's sweet. Okay, so, where? Yeah, no, I want the world map. The world map, right? Bujerba is way out there. So I guess no. I guess it's actually south out of Rabanastre. Yeah, it's south out of Rabanastre. So take me out of here again. Teleport again. I have 6 more stones. That's okay. Take me to Rabanastre and I'll get more. $14.68 by 3K. Okay, so I go out due south. Cool, it's raining, but no. Oh yeah, my party's all fucked up, huh? So you out, you in, you in, you in. Penelo isn't in. It's Ash, Vaughn, or sorry, Penelo, Vaughn, and Fran. Technically, I should worry about tanking, I guess, but I don't know. Like, if I need to tank, I'll just bring out the physical team to kill the boss. These mobs are fine. I need to go to the Giza Plains all the way south. And I thought there was a crystal, but there's not. So, there's this stuff we can absolutely just skip through. Yeah, just... Wow. Yeah, kill him. Yep, and we'll just, like, run through. Is that the path? Oh, I don't know. I've never been west, I guess. What's west? Oh, shit. It connects, I guess. I just never came to this place. So. Oh yeah, there was oh wow, look at that. What's that? Slow it down. We're gonna fight that thing, whatever the fuck that is. Well, I don't know. Let's see what level it is. It's a level 20. Yeah, kill that thing. 725. Shades of black. Shades of black. Flare. She had a flare. Look, it killed him. See, Shades of Black just ripped through him, no problem. I love Shades of Black. Fucking so dope. Okay, what else is here? What is that? What is that thing? Storm Elemental. It's level 25. It's got some stuff. Storm Elementals. Can I steal from it? Nope. Oh yeah, I should probably silence it right away. Silence this elemental. Go, go. He's immune. How is he immune? Now, he silenced me, which is very bad. So, Vox me. Piece of Storm Magicite. Not bad. Now, as for magic... Oh, I can't cast any magic because I'm silenced. There. As for magic, it's a Storm Elemental. So, I guess arrows should be actually okay. He's immune. Let's try Aqua. Oh. He is winning. Why? Oh, fuck this. Just run. Just run. He's running. He's... Unlock. Oh my god, you're so annoying. Alright, B team, run. Oh god. What the fuck was that? That elemental fucking wrecked the floor with me. It was stupid. It was stupid. Well, whatever. Just go. Just go. Get me to a crystal. 5 minutes until once Yuma is back on. Okay, you. What now? Now I go out and south again? Yeah, I go out and south again, which is annoying. I'm gonna go faster speed for this area. Wow, what the fuck was that? That was like Ultima. She Ultima'd him. Oh no, it's another one of those things. Oh. I don't want that thing. I don't want you to attack that thing. I want you to just... What is it? It's a... Oh well, whatever. I don't know. Is that thing bad? Can I silence it? It's gonna kill me, isn't it? It's a Mardu entity or whatever.
I can't.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that is. So dumb. Just run. Just run. That works for me. Just load over. I don't know why it was there. I don't know why it was in the way. I don't know why I attacked it. I just need to see. I need to see what it does. Loud. Oh. So loud. You're annoying. Alright. Who blinded him? Oh, she did, yeah. Oh, no. So in Zodiac, I think Shades of Black is the entire fucking spell list. I'm sure. It's like every spell in the game. I'm fairly sure. It's not like a set of 12. It's like a set of 140 or something like that. So she blinded him. Fyra. It fucked that one up before he even did anything. See, like, I don't need anybody else. We're 2 casters and a healer, and I just single spell everything. Like I'm the sustained damage. She's the crazy wild card that can sometimes just Ultima you. There, she pulled an Aeroga, fucked him up for 926. Yep, I'm like a force to be reckoned with. Now I ran north, but I actually have to go south. Oh no. Don't attack the owl. I mean, it looks peaceful. Don't attack it. Thundara. Oh no, she pulled this thing. Run, run. Nope. It slapped me immediately. Fucking idiot. Now it's gonna one-shot us. Why did we waste our time here? Run, run, run. You're so annoying. Just run, just run, just run, just run, just run. You're so annoying. Why did you pull that mob? Shades of Black pulled that mob. So fucking stupid. Loud. Why do you blast my eardrums? No fleeing. Arrow. Nice. I like how it feels a lot more like different now. This thing is not dying fast. Nice. Actually feels like a fight. Ha ha! Fucking flare. Fucking love Shades of Black. It's like my favorite thing in the Final Fantasy universe. Don't shoot this fucking stupid toad and pull the ball of light again. Please. Looks so good in 4K. Or not 4K, but remastered. It looks good remastered. I like his snake wand. Or whatever. Stave, I mean. What the hell is that thing? What level is it? It's a woolly gator. It's level 21. We can take it, but it might not be that wise. Let's get him out of the way first. Woolly gator looks fucking awesome. Take my arrow. I want you to... Oh, I want to steal from the... I want to steal from him. Okay, he's readying flash. Now, I want you to... Did I get something from him? That hurt him really bad. Shades of Black, sorry, flare into something or another. Yeah, it was a flare, it was a flare. Silence. Silence, Gah. Oh, don't aggro this thing again. Yeah, don't do this. Don't aggro, just go past it. No, just run. Just run. No, just run. Oh. He knocked Fran the fuck out. But I mean, that's okay. No fleeing anymore. No, yep. Good job. Is this where I'm going? Like, I can't really fucking tell. I think it is. What level is he? He's level 18. I'm in the right place. Yeah, this is it. That was a Toxify? Yeah, you got a poison. Adaga. God, I love Shades of Black. It's so fun. Like, I'm so glad I got, like, the whole point to the playthrough. I just want to see Fran run, like, Shades of Black on my targets all day while I spam, like, the highest level spell that I have. Sounds so fun. And she could just keep casting forever. Yeah, look, she fucked them both up. Toxify. Haha. Fran is so good. Love Fran. Okay, I have to pee, and I'm going to load Once Human again, and I believe it finally should be loaded now, hopefully. I'll be right back. Go pee. Oh... Okay. Now. Nope, still maintenance. Wow. This was a lot longer than 4 hours. You lied. I wonder if I should just go to bed. No, I'm just going to keep playing Final Fantasy 12, I guess, in 11. That's fine. Flare, sorry. I love Shades of Black. It just goes off and like random, and it's like my favorite thing in video gamehood almost. Shades of Black. Let's see what she pulls. Sleep. She slept him for some reason, but he can't move. Now he's poisoned. And then I just killed him. I gotta say, ladies, we're doing well. Arrow, flare. You're out. Boom, bitch, 1407. Sorry. Not really. Sleep Gaw. I love watching her cast spells on him. Every spell in the game, it's a cure. Poor Penelo is just constantly out of mana. Oh, I'm being attacked. Oh no. Don't kill me. No, 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 no. Heal me. Die, Quad. Die, you. Oh, God. Nope, nope. You die, Quad. What? Just die. Ooh, backplate. Not bad. Hey, bar sleep. I can use that, I think, actually. Bar sleep. Cool. Yeah. I am blinded, which I don't think really matters. It makes me look cooler. What was that? What is she... Oh, she's charging? Yeah, she's charging. So she can cast stuff on me. Okay, well, thank you. Hey, it's the... Yay, it's the crystal. We love the crystal. It's so beautiful. Crystal Glade. Does this go somewhere that we need to go? I mean, I don't know. I guess it must, so we go back, but I needed to forge a way to the crystal. Once human just never went up, huh? I guess that's, I don't know, it just never really totally went up. Due to the extensive content of this maintenance, Devoted needs more time to perform maintenance in order to deliver a better gaming experience. Okay, this is a big patch, I guess, so when I wake up, it'll be a nice big patch or something. Alright, let's go forward into this night. What the hell is that thing? What do you mean? The hell is that thing? It's not an enemy, whatever it is. I like the water, it looks good. The reflections are really good. So, what am I doing? I am going back north. Blind. Arrowgaw. He's out. She thundog at him for 1460. Love shades of black. Thundaga again. Sorry, buddy. Unlucky for you.